I'll pass the floor to Aarya. Aarya will talk about us, is from EFAS Recycling, and she will talk about reporting the unseen. I like the title, Reporting the Unseen, Impact of the End-of-Life Emissions on Consumer Goods, in Consumer Goods Industry Net Zero Targets. Aarya, you have the floor.
Good afternoon, everyone. Am I audible? Yeah. So good afternoon, everyone. First of all, thank you to the Hello. Hello. Yeah. First of all, thanks a lot to the RTCC team and Fernanda for having us here today and for this wonderful setup we have here. I'm Aarya, the Sustainability Analyst from EFAS. We are a circular economy company focused on closed loop resource recovery. So today I'm here to talk about end-of-life emissions. End-of-life emissions, reporting the unseen. To describe more about the impact of end-of-life emissions in consumer goods industry and its net zero targets. So today we will walk through the importance of private sector in decarbonization and the currently available reporting standards and the limitations it has and what EFAS is and what impact we create. Also a deep dive into end-of-life emissions and what further steps we can take. So today I'll be explaining you a story how we have found out a problem and addressed with a proper solution for it. So as you know, according to the GHG protocol, 60% of the emissions are scope 3. And out of that, almost 80% is end-of-life emissions. And according to a study from Carbon Trust, the fast-moving consumer goods emissions, especially in the downstream emissions, is almost 60% higher than what produced by other sectors like financial services and dairy. So this brings in the criticality of how important it is to measure the end-of-life emissions. The currently available standards as of now for proper addressing of scope 1 and scope 2 emissions are GRI standards, SASB, Greenhouse Protocol, ISO, CDP. But despite of all the efforts made, still accounting for scope 3 emissions, that is end-of-life emissions, is still an Achilles heel. Due to various reasons like inaccurate determination of the salt products, once the materials are sold out of the manufacturing unit, there is the complexity related to how much of the quantity is being sold out from the 3PL, whether it be trading and distribution companies, or what if it's been transferred to the waste management or even at the landfill. The amount of materials at each of the sectors is not properly quantified, and hence the emissions is also really difficult to be calculated. So this is where I would like to introduce you to EFAS. We here are trying to wipe out the traditional take, make, dispose approach into a circular economy approach. We receive the materials which are no longer used by you. We receive it, we sort, we segregate, we process them, we extract the useful contents out of it and give those resources a new life. Coming into that, some of the fabulous items we create are car wash from products like shampoos, degreasers from body lotions, ethanol from the daily juices which you get, soaps, compost and animal feeds from food waste. talking about giving used resources a new life, what impact we create. We have diverted almost 10 million kilograms of waste in a short period of 5 years of time. And 200 happy customers served. And the proudest part, we have tried to identify solutions for 23 different waste streams. So with that, I'm proud to announce, give you a description about our brand new recycling impact report. Our recycling impact report is a comprehensive reporting structure which includes the summary of all the recycling activities engaged with a particular client. So for the methodology adopted for the study is, we initially went through a very large literature review from where we could identify the required standards and frameworks for the study. We then, according to recycling activities, it is most important to identify the right categories of waste streams. So we took enough time to categorize the material streams and identify the emission factors associated with it. And we have proudly found emission factors for 23 different waste streams. And with that, we have come into our final impact report. Now I'll be taking you to small snippets to our recycling impact report. This will serve as the first page of the report. It is a general insights which will give the total amount of materials collected, the materials, types of materials received, the point of collections, and total number of collections. Here you can see a statistics for the amount of materials collected on a monthly basis. We, as we concentrate on circular economy, we believe that 100% segregation is the absolute key for 100% recycling. And here we make sure that every material that comes into our warehouse is properly segregated, and we keep proper record of the data which we have. This is a view of our environmental impact report. You can see the total amount of materials collected, the corresponding carbon emissions, and also we have tried to translate it into relatable metrics which can be resonated to common man. So with that, let me just borrow an African proverb. If we need to run fast, we need to go alone. But if we need to go far away, we need to go together. So it is really possible to see the unseen, report it, fully decarbonize it to consumer goods industry. With that, thanks a lot.
Thank you, Aarya. There's a very nice case about decarbonization and sustainability and related to climate. I'll get back to you. Then now I'll pass the floor to Eduardo Gama, the CEO of Certamine. Eduardo will tell us about blockchain and transparency in the environmental resource management to combat global warming. Eduardo, please.